G'day Tiger fans, welcome to Raw Vision and the round 4 Dimma's dissection of the game over in Perth against the Eagles on Friday night. And Dimma, it was a tough night, we know that, but there are positives to come out of every game, and Phil Morris has tweeted us in about Corey Ellis and thought he really showed some improvement.
Yeah, it was good. It was a tough night for us, there's no doubt about that. We ran into a side that is in very good form. We've probably been unfortunate away. We've run into 2 out of the 3 best sides in the comp, I think, at the minute with Adelaide and West Coast. But Corey, he's grown again. I think in his role, his ability to use the ball is very good. Probably the pleasing thing for us, he's started to get a little bit more of it. We've been happy with how he's played down back. He played on Lacroix too. Lacroix, we felt, didn't have a great influence on the game. We've been trying to play him on those better type of players. So we've been happy with his progress this far. He's got a little bit of work to do, but we think he's been a pretty good positive for us.
And getting over 20 touches, do you think that'll give him a bit of belief now that he can rack up possessions at this level?
Yeah, we'd hope so. Eventually, we obviously would like to see him through the midfield as we go on, but he's probably at that stage now where it's only his second year and he missed the majority of last year with injury. So it's going to be a little bit of time, but he's very classy with the ball, wins his own ball, so we're happy with how he's going thus far.
Yeah, it was good to see him have a decent game. Chris Wilkinson has tweeted us in, and he's talking about the overuse of handball early in the game. I know the Eagles' pressure was immense, but probably flipping it around a bit too much?
Yeah, we are, and we thought we addressed it after the Adelaide game last week. It was a similar type of trend, but we just couldn't quite get that 1v under kick mentality, and we just seemed to refer pressure. Granted, West Coast pressure was pretty good, but we thought we probably put ourselves into trouble a little bit, and it's one of those areas, as we see with the numbers here, there's a lot of our more senior players making those errors too. So we generally don't like to handball forward to a guy with a flat back, which probably happens throughout the night. And even at stages when we did handball, we just missed targets as well. This is unlike Trent to miss that handball, but a long, slow handball sort of attracts the attention of the opposition as well. So once again, we've spoken about it this week. We've had the opportunity to train it, so we'll get a better result this week. But there's no doubt it's causing us a little bit of grief, especially early in games with the amount of turnovers we've had. And
when you're handballing, you probably want guys to be on the move when they receive it, not flat-footed, because I think once you're flat-footed, you're going to flip another one off, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. And then it just refers pressure, and it becomes a bit infectious, as we sort of spoke about last week. Like, we want to get a guy clear to a kicking, but we just don't want to be over handballing for the sake of it.
Yeah. The tackling, I thought, after half-time, the boys showed a lot more intent. Obviously, there was a bit of a rev up at half-time, but I thought you would have been impressed with that.
Yeah, we did. We actually, I think, nearly won the quarter. I think they got a goal with 10 seconds to go. But look, we spoke about how we wanted to play, and we thought about flicking a few things around, but we backed our guys in to go with the same plan and probably just try and deliver. They wanted to make sure we played our way as much as we could. We flicked a few of the personnel around, but we're pretty happy with their general intent. Probably after half-time was a little bit better, but we're a long way off these blokes at this stage. Whether we're going to be a long way off at the end of the year, we feel we won't be. We've just got to make sure we continue to play better. We ran into a good team this week, and make sure we bounce back versus Melbourne at the G.
If you bring that intent early this week, I think you'll be right in the game. It's a big game, Anzac Day Eve.
Yeah, it is. It's exciting. It's probably a new game for us. We were really disappointed with our game last year. We've lost the last 2, I think, to the D, so we've got to make sure we get back on the winners board, not only with against Melbourne, but overall. So it's going to be a big test for our guys. They played some really good footy last week versus Collingwood. We were at that game and saw some things that they did. So I think they're playing some good footy. So it's going to be a good test for our boys.
Excellent. Thanks for coming up, Dimma. I know it's not easy.
Thanks, mate.
That's been the Dissection, round 4 v the Eagles.